I was young when I started Gossip Girl. A lot more people were suddenly around and I was being looked at. If you don't have the right perspective, you could definitely be confused by people being that nice.
I don't think I relate to any of my characters. I've played a crack addict from Boston. I've played an Upper East Side princess. I think that that's the safety net, is that I never play characters that are like me.
To the basement during the premiere of his movie. He literally was not even allowed to be at the premiere of his own movie.
Why is that?
She had convinced everyone that he was this monster, this terrible person. She could wield all creative control of the movie and end up getting her final cut of the movie, not Justin Baldoni's. And in the end, that's exactly what happened.
Controversy has resulted from several of Blake Lively's former co-stars and co-workers sharing their experiences with her.
Duck and talks like a duck. The only prostitute here is you.
Is Blake Lively being criticized because of past incidents? Some revived occurrences have sparked online disputes. If you ever believed that Blair Waldorf and Serena van der Woodsen were actually at odds on television, you are not incorrect. Leighton Meester and Blake Lively reportedly disagreed on a number of occasions. Now, a few leaked videos are reigniting conversations about their connection. One such incident, including a controversial remark about Leighton's early years, has garnered attention on the internet. Let's take a closer look. For those who were not present, here is a quick synopsis. Blake Lively made the lighthearted remark that Leighton Meester was born in a cage. Many thought it was inappropriate given Leighton's real-life struggles, even if it could have been intended as a jest. She was born when her mother was serving a federal prison sentence, and she has openly discussed how she overcome a challenging childhood. This rediscovered tape has reignited debates over the statement's relevance.
My parents had been part of a very interesting lifestyle, I guess you could say. They were in
But Leighton made no effort to feel guilty for her past. Instead, she stayed true to herself, focused on her work, and built a successful career.
And a few of them.
She's got a few of them.
Come on, it was a joke. Lord have mercy.
That was a lot of information about cages, and I'm sorry, I was still thrown off by that stuff.
When someone discloses their struggles, the least you can do is show them respect. But a lot of people found Blake's comment offensive. Many said it was improper given the way she pointed it at Leighton. In light of Blake Lively's long-standing Hollywood portrayal as America's sweetheart, events such as these have prompted inquiries regarding whether or not such portrayal really reflects reality. It wasn't the only questionable comment either. Blake apparently raised eyebrows about her co-stars, including Leighton, on the Gossip Girl set during the same interview. This discovered recording has further intensified the debate around her earlier remarks.
But another promise was no pet monkey. Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
Leighton's grimace, the awkward silence, and the forced laugh all make it clear that the situation didn't sit well. If there was any doubt that Blake's remarks were making things unpleasant, let's talk about the hair statement. Leighton, who is naturally blonde but dyed her hair black for Gossip Girl, was only explaining why her character had to be a brunette. However, because Blake's comment came off as a personal dig, many fans wondered whether there was more conflict between them.
I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
And everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
Leighton Meester and Blake Lively have reportedly been at odds for years. While audiences adored Blair and Serena's relationship on television, the real world was quite different. According to an article in New York Magazine, Blake and Leighton kept their distance from one another and refrained from becoming too close off-screen. You would anticipate some off-screen chemistry when a drama centers on the connection between two best friends who end up being rivals, but we've all worked with people we merely tolerate. Here, however, such was not the case. According to the narrative, Blake seemed ready to move on after the end of Gossip Girl, but Leighton remained professional and focused on her work. In a Vanity Fair interview, executive producer Joshua Safran even discussed this. He said that Leighton and Blake were not friends, explaining that Blake was outgoing and absorbed in the moment, while Leighton was more reserved and reflective. Some believe that this dynamic reflected their different approaches to the industry. Blake was already thinking about a career in cinema, while Leighton was dedicated to the program. And let's be honest, Blair Waldorf was the primary character on Gossip Girl. Blake's role was more about lifestyle and fashion, but Leighton's performance was the highlight. Some fans speculate that when they think back on earlier interviews, this disparity could have caused underlying tension.
Cake. Honestly, put cream cheese on a Guinness and I'm
Did this not friends attitude lead Blake to ultimately start publicly criticizing Leighton? Based on recovered footage, many people believe this. In addition, their careers after Gossip Girl were very dissimilar. As Blake was positioned as Hollywood's next it girl, Leighton focused on highlighting her flexibility by performing in indie films, Broadway productions, and even music. Despite her obvious genius, she never had the same level of industry attention, which made some question whether Blake's influence played a role. It has been questioned because Leighton hasn't tried to defend Blake, despite the fact that she has never publicly chastised her for any prior behavior. So why is all this happening again? Blake is already facing backlash due to her purported altercation with Justin Baldoni. Furthermore, when someone is already in the news for scandal, the internet tends to dig further, exposing earlier interviews and incidents that some fans now perceive differently.
Everybody hates everyone. Everybody's like had plastic surgery and we're actually men and trannies.
Rewatching classic Hollywood drama is popular, and Blake is presently the subject of further attention due to a number of factors, including her past relationships with Leighton.
Her husband Ryan several years ago. So I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And and thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. We got the body language experts analyzing this right now. How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
More people seem to be starting to take a closer look at Blake's past behavior. Journalist Kirsty Flay, who has interviewed a number of celebrities,
Just the women that have the clothes. But I feel like the women get the conversation, but it's like...
said her interaction with Blake was particularly difficult. According to her, Blake came out as distant and disdainful, which made the interview excessively challenging. Because of this and recovered material, many have come to the conclusion that there is a pattern. Blake has managed to maintain a favorable public image, but her next project could be testing that. The reaction to the recent release of the trailer for Another Simple Favor has not been kind. Because of the harshness of the criticism, Amazon reportedly prohibited comments on the video. However, many were eager to express their thoughts, and they failed to do the same on their Instagram profile. But let's be honest, this is more than just a film. The timing couldn't be worse, especially as Blake is currently juggling legal matters with Justin Baldoni. Recent reports claim that Baldoni has released court records, emails, and messages that shed light on their private conflict. Blake's legal team also published a 168-page website detailing the exchanges between Blake, Ryan Reynolds, and Baldoni. This controversy seems to be altering how the general public views Blake.
How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
Blake Lively may be at danger of incurring large losses. The criticism of her past behavior, the difficulties surrounding her lawsuit with Justin Baldoni, and the mediocre reception of her most recent picture seem to be turning public opinion against her. Regretfully, the chaos is not just affecting her, but also Another Simple Favor. Some critics believe Blake's controversies are taking center stage in the film, which is receiving a lot of bad reviews. Anna Kendrick seems to be caught in the crossfire of all of this, suffering from the negative press around the film.
I can also tell you personally, back when I was an intern at Glamour magazine, working on editor, she said the most difficult person that she has ever worked with and the rudest person that she had ever worked with was Blake.
The backstage drama around Another Simple Favor has reportedly been so intense that it nearly led to the failure of the sequel. Given the recent scandals, it is scarcely surprised that tensions would have affected the production process.
People that I have muted.
Good.
Yeah. Blake Lively.
Paul Feig, the director, stepped in to refute the rumors of tension on set, declaring them to be completely untrue. But let's be honest, directors often downplay backstage issues to keep the focus on the picture. After seeing earlier interviews with Blake and Anna Kendrick, many have speculated about an underlying conflict between them. Some people see Anna's somewhat uncomfortable facial expressions and Blake's well-prepared responses as signs of an unpleasant exchange. The supposition continues to spark online discussions in spite of the absence of evidence. Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick are another famous couple who are said to have a falling out behind the scenes. Anna reportedly considered leaving the sequel to Another Simple Favor due to alleged issues with Blake. Although nothing has been confirmed, some people think the studio stepped in to ensure she stayed. If true, that raises some significant issues. Do you think Anna made the correct choice by staying for the sequel? Given the resurgence of previous allegations about Blake and Leighton, does Leighton deserve an apology? Or is it too late? Please leave your thoughts in the space provided for comments. If you like watching celebrity drama, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and watch the next video. I'm sure you'll love it.